swastikas and stuff.
Where'd Cozen go?
Starting an althing.
Cozen, get up here.
Yeah, do a little
Cozen, get up here.
You're an officer.
Hey, can I be an officer? Can't even do anything
Officer
with a
seat.
suit.
Anyways,
The officer of my life.
happy 4th of July early tomorrow.
Boom, 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 boom. Today is our day of independence.
Never seen that movie.
Watch it, and then watch the second one.
Anyway, we had a couple of things to talk about. Secondly, well, firstly, we haven't really had any loader stores. I'm working on it. I got some materials for some things. It's just taking Alright. Secondly,
To me, it's sit your band and then you come back. Not rules are different for different people. That's my 2 cents.
And clarify, this is just the attendance ban. The office ban will stay.
I understand.
Inagari, did you want to say anything?
Right.
Okay. When we voted to ban Falcon, one of the big points was Kingdom is watching.
Kingdom has talked to me. Cad's talked to you, right? Okay, Cad's talked about. I talked to Cad at mid-range. Cad said that the ban was too much because Kingdom called for your banned until the money's returned, and the money was returned before we banned him in the vote,
Right.
and also
Well,
to step down from office, and he did.
Did the kingdom actually call for a ban until the money was returned? Because as far as I am aware of, that was just what they've done to handle that situation in the past.
That's the common.
Yeah, so that was the precedence that had been set.
Yeah.
That's what was expected,
Yeah, that's
and we went above and beyond with punishment.
Yeah, that's what Cad told me, and then he also said, it's your part, you guys can deal with it. And so I called for I even suggested a short month ban, when we first brought it up.
How much longer is his ban?
2 months.
It's until September.
It's 2 months.
And he's going to be at Chaos Wars. Yes, it's a Misty Hollow thing, but it's also Black Marsh and Kingdom.
Well, it's a Kingdom regional thing, yeah.
It's a kingdom.
And
That's
Black Marsh and Kingdom cover 2/3 of the
Yeah.
sponsors, so he can be there. And he'll be, he should be a keep, but he just wants to come swing foam.
So does Bubbles.
Bubbles, but everybody's sticking by his.
But yeah.
That's why, if it's not good enough to unban Bubbles for what he did wrong, why are you going to turn around and unban Belkin?
I'm not expecting this to pass.
Yeah,
was just asked to
I
bring it up.
personally, I don't think it's right because nobody unbanned Bubbles, and Bubbles has been here a couple times, not doing anything, but he's been here.
I'm not sure who was first.
Kuma was first,
Kuma.
well. I think it.
I think.
Kingdom has given us the reign on this. So, blocking that out for a second, I think it sends a bad message within our own part. Because whether anybody means for it to look this way, it looks like there's separate rules for people who are in a select group. And I'm not saying that that's anyone's motive, but it looks that way. And even the image of that type of preference just isn't going to be fair play. And the other half of that, for me personally, is that I know people who've gone to jail for that type of thing. And yeah, I understand that the money's back, and I guess no harm, no foul, but at the same time, it shows a lack of, it shows, to me, once again, respect. I feel like if you came up to the park and asked, I'm in a really tight bind, you might get a different response. You might even get somebody to help you out. But to try to sneak it, I'm not okay with it.
Inukage, did you have something?
Were you here for the vote, the original vote to ban?
I can't vote. And I'm not going to be able to vote in this one because, like I said,
Were
I'm
you
not a
at that
mid.
meeting though?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, just so you know, with the preference thing, most of our company voted against it.
Yeah, most of his own company voted no.
I'm not suggesting that.
So no one's playing
If
favorites.
somebody
We're
from
just trying to get a
outside
poll
looks
of
at
Well,
What's
not
going on?
only just someone from outside looking in, but right now we're talking about a vote to bring him back. And that vote's not going to people who are outside that company. That vote's also being championed by people within the company. So I understand that, yeah, absolutely, people wanted to punish him, but what is a punishment if there's no follow through? That's all I'm saying.
All right, Hagen.
So, how much longer is on both?
End of reign.
Same thing.
Bubbles and Vulcan will come back the same.
Once our coronation comes up, I guess at the end of the coronation he's allowed back, or on the day of coronation he's allowed back. I don't know
I
which
think
one.
it's the day of because
Day of.
technically that's the switching of.
Okay.
As soon as the crown is handed off to the next monarch, they can come back. It dies when the monarch
Reign.
dies.
Kill the
Anyways, at one point, I really just want to make before we say anything. People are talking about a lot of kingdoms looking down on us, and they keep referring to Cads. Kingdom is Cads is our king, yes. The kingdom is not only the BOD and the kingdom monarchy and stuff like that. It's all of our full rising winds. I'm
All
talking
five-
about
all-
other parts looking at us.
All 5 states
Yeah,
are
with-
looking at what we're doing.
Including Polaris.
Like-
And Polaris.
Yeah, of course.
They're still part of our kingdom.
And
Principality trying to become a kingdom.
but
We're gonna
it's
lose a
like
whole state because they're
people-
becoming another kingdom.
I think it's like 2
People
states.
from other parts want to come here, and I want to continue that. I want people to want to come here, and I want us to venture out and go other places. I don't want people to look down on us and be like, I don't want to come here. They have no sense of morals and stuff like that. I just want people to know that kingdom isn't only Cads, it's everything. It's rising wind, period.
Koji.
Bubbles, like has been said, like he's come back multiple times during his ban, and he's not just stood around. Like she said, he's actually swung home, which is fucking stupid. Yeah. But Josh also knew this information, and what he did with it was he didn't come back. He took his ban like a man, and did not come back and try and force himself back on us. The ban, like, release is like other people's ideas. Josh has not come to any of us asking him like, hey, can you lift the band? No, he doesn't care right now because he's going through family stuff and trying to get his family back together. So what he's doing is just chilling until his ban is over. Like, until the end of the night. 2 months ago. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not doing it. Like,
I brought up the whole bubble thing.
like
Bubble thing has been taken care of.
Okay.
Same precedent that if this band doesn't come back, any band member will receive the punishment.
Andy will be the last one, and then we'll poll for the vote.
At the time when Bubbles came back,
Well, we'll update the 2 that came in as well.
yeah, we didn't really know the precedents of what to do. Because I was told by like some people, we were like, oh, this is allowed to happen, well, this isn't allowed to happen. And so finally it was all settled at
The event, yeah.
So now we know what to do. I think that's why we mainly came back was because we don't really know what to do. But now we do.
And for the 2 of you who just came in, before we get to your question, Holinar is about to start a vote to bring Velkin back. All right.
Just the attendance ban. He will still keep the office ban.
All right, Troll Warrior.
As far as like the bubble ban and Falcon, it took what 3 to 4 months for Bubble to finally apologize, and Falcon apologized on both of them. Yeah, he did apologize.
He did, but he still hasn't to some people. He flat out blatantly lied to, like right
Fair
as
enough.
it was happening. Like I asked him
And
about
last
what
all
had
thing,
happened.
he did apologize to whoever was there.
Yeah, he.
That was what I was being.
Yeah, he made a public apology here at the park.
was that last week?
Scale of 1 to 10.
that was.
Yeah, I think
We're not
it was
talking
from
about the right
last
topic.
night.
We're talking
Bubbles
about
Anyways,
Hey,
we're not talking about
all right,
Bubbles.
yeah.
Sorry.
Period.
Like
Bubbles
that's,
is done. Period.
That's
He
been
settled
handled.
it at the Circle of Monarchs. Period.
Sorry.
It's done.
Bubbles will not come
Singh
back
and
to Bark.
Velkin Singh is 2 different bands.
and so that
Bubs will not be at park until his band is
That's what I
over.
was saying. Like,
We're getting off topic.
We were told if Bubbles shows up and he doesn't leave when we ask him to, call the cops.
Yeah, that's okay.
And they'll handle it.
There's, yeah.
So we will turn it over to mundane authorities.
Alright. Yep. So,
They
alright,
have
everybody got their 2 cents in about the Vulcan thing right now, so they can take a vote.
We'll need a MIG count.
We need
All
a
right.
count.
How many MIGs we got?
I honestly don't know.
Have you paid dues?
No.
You're not a MIG.
You're
1,
not a
2,
MIG.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11,
11. So we need 6 people to vote yay.
7.
6.
A simple majority. Wait, 2/3 for the ban?
Yeah.
Unban? I thought 2/3 was just for no confidence.
It's 2/3 on everything. I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
think it's 2/3.
A lot of. Hey, 2/3. You know, whatever.
I got a Kotora.
That's 7 or 8 votes.
We can do it the simple way and YouTube just do it.
I mean, if we do it,
Well, it
then
was done in an althing, so YouTube
Yeah.
can
Right.
override it.
right.
It was done with the 2/3 althing.
Okay, we got 11. Fuck.
2/3 of 11 is 8.
Okay, so we need 8 yays for this to pass, and you know, if 8 people say yes, then Vulcan will be back. All right.
Those in favor of removing the attendance ban, raise your hands.
1,
1,
2,
2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Going once, going twice. Failed.
All right. Those opposed?
1,
My
2,
hand is
3,
up.
4,
2,
5,
3,
and
4, 5.
5 to pass. It fails. 5 against and 1 abstain.
1 abstain. All abstaining. There we go. There it is. All right.
That's
So
that.
vote failed. Okay, I got 2 things I want to bring up if no one else does.
Anybody want to bring anything up? Or
I do.
what do you want to bring up?
I want a fucking cupcake.
that is a point of order.
Water
Second.
and cupcakes.
Alright, I got 4 votes
Okay.
for cupcakes.
Nobody cares if we're late if you're done food.
Alright.
Okay, neither of these are going to require a vote because screw you guys. I'm just sort of saying it. Oh, would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing is our fighter practice has no attendance. I haven't really been entering attendance because it's either been just me or me and one other person.
And you need flashlight.
Well, we don't.
An officer plus 4 to get a credit.
I could honestly just put that in for myself. I'm not going to. I did do one day with Forward because he came out for the he came out to park day during the event and he came out to fighter practice and I was like, he deserves credit. But anyway, so I was thinking, who here wants to attend fighter practice?
Want to?
Yes. Can? Want to.
I work 6 days
And-
a week, and the only day I don't work is
Okay.
Want to? I'm not gonna
And out of these people who would accept our current date for fighter practice is inconvenient to you.
What day is it?
Tuesday, 6:30. Okay, so it's inconvenient for you guys.
I don't know.
Does it? Okay.
Yes, I have somebody else.
For the 4 of you, would Friday night be better?
I work at VP. I work it every Friday.
I work in the
There's
company.
like, this is the first Friday I have off.
Okay. Then for those of you who want to attend and would like it to be on a different day, message me. I'll see, you know, out of those who want to attend, I'll try to make sure we maximize attendance. Because I think you said you had Friday, Saturday off.
Friday,
right?
Saturday, Sunday.
Right. And so, like, if we can get most people on Friday, that'd be great. But if we can get more people on another day, that's even better.
How about
So-
Sunday?
No, because that's interfering
Yay!
with Easter.
Like, just
Although we
close down
could-
park day. and-
Yeah, we could just have it when Dad has their shit.
We could do that. And
I just started going.
I don't really like that, but we could do that. It would help with learning and things like that, right? Which is the point of fighter practice. But I kind of want to get the warrior credits. So who cares, right? I won't be selfish in this.
As a 3rd level warrior, I'll say that warrior sucks.
Well, I want to get it without signing in for it.
How long does Black Marsh normally go?
During their park day? Yesterday everybody dipped out probably about 4:15.
Yeah, I was gonna
So here's a question.
So an hour. or
What
5
if we did it on Saturday, like 6:30?
Um,
I mean, I still can't go. It would have to be a Wednesday or Thursday for you to go.
That'd work pretty well.
plan on
For me.
traveling
For me.
to a lot of Saturday parks around here on Saturdays.
So what about a Wednesday or Thursday?
Right, that's
Speaking about Wednesdays,
that's
Wednesdays.
the plan that we're coming up with.
Wednesday is Black
even
Marsh's
if
fighter
we work
practice.
On Wednesday,
Really?
it's usually easy, so we might not need as much
Fish.
sleep.
Wednesday is Black Marsh's fighter.
You mean,
But who here is going to Black Marsh's fire
No.
practice?
what do you mean Wednesday?
Well-
If I didn't work, I would.
Right, so if we
Because we'll get out
didn't
early.
have a Friday one, then we would still be attending a fighter practice. So for those of you who want to attend fighter practice, actively want to, but for whatever reason you can't, send me a message. Let me know how often you want to go to fighter practice. So like if you want to come here every week, that's great. And then what days you have free and times. And then I'll see if I can get as many people with this as possible. And then with her approval, we'll change it.
Suggestion for the fighter practice day. Why don't we do a floating fighter practice? Like, on Sunday after park, post a thing on the page asking people, polling them, what day do you want to do fighter practice this week? And whenever we can get enough people for the credit, because you have to have an officer and 4 other people to earn a credit.
Is that where is
I
that?
like that idea.
Not only
does
do I
anyone have like access to that rule anywhere? I
Well,
don't
even
think
if we're not talking about necessarily the rule, I like the idea of,
How many
because
people?
we're already here, if people are able to stay, hey, we can do drills, we can do fighter practice, we can do some learning on the stick side of Amp-Guard
Because,
if you want to
and even
stay.
on other.
like Midnight said, this is your first Friday you've had off this week or something?
Yeah, and I'll be.
Yeah. Overtime is about to start for us at my job, and I'm going to be working every Friday. I'll just have Saturday, Sunday. So having a floating fighter practice at a different time, different day every week when we can get the most people there is probably going to be the best one.
The only thing I'd be worried about is how many people are going to respond to a post on Misty Hollow, because half of us don't.
That's fair.
You can ask
Can
at
we ask
park
at
and on the
park?
page.
We can ask a part.
Like, because by Sunday, everybody should know if they have a weekly schedule. They should be able to know, like, hey, I
They have that.
Yeah, you
Should.
At least a week in advance.
We don't know till like Wednesday if we're working Friday.
I get it where I don't know my schedule for Wednesday or
last week
Tuesday.
wasn't even
So we
scheduled.
can even do that like at the same time every Sunday to figure it out.
Also, if we want to add something in, we could start figuring out a battle game that actually teaches us something instead of just, annihilation.
Yeah.
And it maybe actually do something with teamwork or kind of like the Jack practice is used to. We don't have to.
Yeah.
We can add our own spin to it.
And it doesn't have to just be learning the way of the stick. I mean, if we want to do the crafting thing that she's been trying to do,
Yeah.
that no one wants to.
No
like,
one
we can have that
I
at the same
do.
time after Sunday.
Like you say, crafting?
Yeah, like making arrows and swords.
Because
Yeah, and I can teach people grappling.
Right. I mean,
we're not telling.
I know it's not gag. That
if
was
they
a
really
joke.
want to, I'm not gonna stop them from
It
learning.
would not. It would have to be not during the part.
We could teach people what
the enchantments do so they
remember.
Right. It could like
We'll snowball through. People who
so
are learning
whatever day we select, like either after park day on Sunday or whatever other day of the week, it can just be learning day, and everyone gets a warrior or telegrapher.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I can teach everybody here who's got a bow without arrows how to make arrows.
Finally.
I'd love to learn how to make a bow without arrows.
I know how to
Remember, don't take the tip off. Just put foam over.
Make sure you buy broadheads.
Yeah.
Oh, trap
We
roll
want
head.
one with a pointy
Just
guys.
because you use the pointy object to cut the foam doesn't mean the pointy object will go through the foam, right?
Okay, you gotta push through.
Okay, so that's decided.
This train is derailed.
Actually, now that we're on this
Okay.
topic, do we want to do this later today, or do we want to do this another day of the week?
It's late right now.
Right.
None of us have
You
material.
want to do this today?
I prefer no, especially because I feel it.
Unless you're talking about leaving now.
How about we?
Hey now, it ain't cold, it's raining.
Okay.
We'll start it next week.
Yeah, we'll start it next. Everything's happening next week.
Okay.
Speaking of everything happening next week,
I've got another thing. It might start next week if I can get things in time. Otherwise, I'll make sure to have it the week after that. I am starting sort of project, if you will. The synopsis of this is there will be a board with a list of quests that will be available for the day, right? And whenever the monarch wants to put in their main storyline quest, it'll be like up there. And then we will choose as a park, and I will have a method of choosing what quest we want to do at each point of the day, right? So at the start of the day, everyone puts in their votes, and then we do that quest, and then we do more. The point of this, the original point of this was so that we could make super hard quest games and not just like have it so either we know the result or the questers win, period, with unlimited lives and things like that. And so like if you fail a quest, the quest will stay on there and you guys can talk about how you're going to solve it next time, right? So hopefully this will bring a little more flavor. Hopefully it'll allow people to submit their own quests and get smiths. Hopefully it'll like add a roleplay element. We're going to have rewards on the quest board for finishing a quest, and that will be like gold and things for the shop that we're also opening up. And this will flow so that people don't just hoard their money like they did last time.
I will.
That's the goal. So the plan is for this to be very successful, but obviously I've never done this before. So we'll see how that goes.
I have a suggestion. Every reign you should have like a surprise mandatory quest. I'm thinking like a cabbage hunt or something.
Cabbage hunt?
What do you mean?
That was a joke.
Okay.
But having like an event quest,
Okay.
like something's happening,
Yeah.
react to it. That could be cool.
That could be applied to this. So like all of the quests could be off, and there could just be the one.
Emergency quest. Yeah, like an
Emergency
emergency
quest.
Like a bounty
like
board.
Something that has a big reward but a limited time. Like, hey, if you can defeat this quest,
Off
there's
topic.
a big reward.
Right.
But it's not going to be there forever. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have quests where people can theory craft, but having that kind of urgency might be fun for the role play.
Yeah.
But that's stuff we have to hash out later.
It should also, ideally, this would also keep, for those who get immersed, or like if we ever play a game where we become immersed, this will hopefully keep the immersion in, because we're still in the setting. And I mean, if you just want to go through this with a stick and not roleplay, that's fine. We're not going to make that mandatory, right? But like, if this is available for those who, would like to, because I mean, you're still selecting your quests, so you're selecting what you like to play. But also, there will be, among all of this, ways for people who like to roleplay to do so.
No more escort fun.
Well, no, that will be on there.
I need someone to take me to the next
Oh,
round.
yeah.
That's people like escort fun.
That could be a mandatory.
Oh wait, I made
Getting
it.
derailed.
I bet it made me.
Okay, yeah. So
I'll wait till after
that's
the
my
meeting.
idea. Hopefully that'll start next week. I'm gonna prepare all the things for it. If not, it'll start the week after.
I'll help prepare stuff. And if you want to make games for it, make games and send them to Fish. Or
Yeah. Make games. Send them to me. I need a shit ton.
Oh, did I almost?
You got like 4 or 5.
If you want me to know the details of the game, send them to me. If
I'm
not,
just writing.
you can do like a little write-up, and then we'll have a poster template.
The
that you
cupcake
can
is a lie.
Do that and run
No,
your
it's
game.
not.
You don't have to know the details of it. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
All right. Anybody else have anything to bring up?
I do.
So did-
FYI, everyone's seeing it's blue right now. Not even funny.
Anything else import related? Motion to close.
Seconded.